Have you ever wanted to create your very own t-shirts, such as the one I'm wearing right now? Well, you're in luck, because with just 3 simple steps and a few materials you can get at the art store, you could create whichever shirt you want. Let's get started. The first thing we will need is a wooden silk screen printing emulsion, photo emulsion remover, a UV screen printing lamp, wooden scraper with a rubber edge, painter's tape, plastic drop cloth, a palette knife, black screen printing ink, the design you want to appear on the shirt, some transparent film paper, and finally, shirts to print on. The very first step in the screen printing process is to apply the emulsion to the screen. Open up your emulsion. Mine comes with a 2-part activator, and yours may as well. Once you've got your emulsion activated, just take your card, scoop it into the emulsion bucket, and apply that onto your screen. Press firmly and pull upwards. You want to make sure that the whole edge of the card is touching the screen. You can flip your screen and spread in the emulsion that's seeping through. Just want to repeat this process until you have an even coat that's about the size of your design, a little bigger just to be safe. Make sure you leave enough time for the emulsion to dry, and if you don't want to wait, you can use a hair dryer. The next step in the screen printing process is to burn the image into the screen. And when we say burn, we're talking about using this UV lamp and shining it above this photo emulsion, which is light sensitive. If we shine a UV lamp onto here, it will all harden. But if we put our design in between on a transparent sheet of paper, all of the parts that are under the transparent film are going to harden, but anything under the black ink is actually going to remain unhardened. That way, when we rinse out the screen, all we're getting is this image that appears on the transparent film. You can go ahead and put your design on the screen, and just remember to flip it before you do so. And make sure it is entirely covered with the emulsion line. Then you can go ahead and strike your light. On the instructions for my UV lamp, it's set about 20 feet away from the design for 10 minutes, but it's going to be different for each one, so just check your instructions. Once your emulsion is hardened, you're ready to go ahead and wash it out. Ideally, you would use a hose, or you could even use a shower, or you could even use a large bucket. And the idea is to use the pressure of the water and let that take away the details from it. Once you've rinsed out your screen and the design has come out, you can go ahead and dry it off, and then we're ready to print. At long last, we have our screen fully dried, ready to go. So let's go ahead and use the masking tape to block all of these transparent parts out, so we're only getting our design onto the t-shirt. Now that we have our screen all taped up, we're ready to apply the ink. So let's head over to our t-shirt. We're gonna put the frame where we want it on the shirt. Most t-shirts tend to have the logo about 3 inches down. This next part you can kind of do by your eye, but try to keep it nice and centered. And you can sort of see where your design will end up. Once you have your frame in place, you can go ahead and apply the ink. You can just put it right onto the frame with the knife. Don't be afraid to put a decent amount of ink. once you have your ink spread out below your design, go ahead and grab your spreader tool and press firmly down on the screen while dragging the ink over your design. And you're looking to see the gaps of your image filled by that ink. Go from top to bottom as well. Let's see how it turned out. So now we have our image transferred onto the t-shirt. All we need to do is dry it off with the hot air dryer and it's ready to go. It can be machine washed and worn again. Now you have learned to create your very own screen printed t-shirt. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see what you guys make.
Yeah.